then you get really good at picking maps, not very good at winning maps.
I can't tell you how much I want to see Yuki play Doomfist, but
Yuki, all season long, you have let us down playing Brigitte because we want to see you on something that's not her.
Don't know if he's won any cheeseburgers this season.
No, season 2 it was all about Yuki and the big plays. This season it's all about flails.
Flails and fails.
Yeah.
Oh, Mini on the
Not that
defense with
Yuki's
the
been
Reinhardt.
failing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Order trying to push in. They've already broken the shield, or almost.
Yeah.
Quatsus is looking a little bit more healthy.
Mini's about to go down. See you later. Order taking a bit of damage, but Noctu goes down next, and this could be enough to start them off on prime position to find point A and do so with about 7.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, that's just Order absolutely smashing Mini's shield and then smashing Mini afterwards. Breaking down the door, really. As they walk on into point A. Merit's got trance once again. He always builds this ult so fast. But that's nice for Order. 7 minutes, over 7 minutes. Might be the fastest cap on A we've seen this season.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yuki.
Yuki who?
Yuki going to be sad because we're going to win. Wait, that
What?
doesn't make sense. Yuki going to be happy. Anyway, let's keep going.
That was the worst joke of all time.
I only thought through 70% of it.
All right, let's see what Melbourne Mavericks can do on the defense here. Grab coming out from Jordation. There's the self-destruct to follow from Adam.
Oh,
doesn't actually get any kills, but Merit and Yuki will find one onto Mini and Winter, the two prime targets on the Melbourne Mavericks roster. The ult's coming out now from Oily to try and stall that point a little bit longer, but self-destruct has absolutely no impact. And Order are streaming away with Hanamura right now.
Yeah, very surprising result, to be fair. Forble's going to do what he can with the Transcendence. Maybe it's going to be enough with that spawn advantage to make this work and slow this down just a little. Unfortunately for Order, they did not get the 33% that they needed.
Yeah, and they couldn't get that D-Mech onto Oily as well. The Transcendence at the sort of the 11th hour, really, for Melbourne Mavericks. But it does keep them alive. That really looked like it was Order's fight to lose, but they did lose. Quats wasn't really being given enough heals as well in that fight. So he goes down and the rest follow pretty quickly. Order will be unhappy with that. That was a real good opportunity for them to have a huge time bank. But back to square one now as they have to build those ults back again.
Yeah, a little bit more time now going to be required for Order to make something of this, but they will push back onto the point. Quats going low, but the sound barrier will keep him alive, and Melbourne do not have anything of the sorts for now. Graviton Surge going to come out from Order as well. Quats has gone down, so that was a big pick. Forble's Oily, Winter all picked up by Jordation though, looking strong. This is a bit of a turnaround now coming out from Order. There's that 1/3, looking to make it two. Melbourne going to need to get back onto the point and do so quickly. When they do happen to get there, they're going to face...
Oh, they're not going to get there, Ben.
No. Whoa. Wow.
Whoa, indeed. Oh, that's disappointing for Melbourne Mavericks. But again, Order just really showing their class today. Even though they don't get that first push, it's the second that looks just as good, and over 5 minutes in the time bank. Melbourne Mavericks are not standing up to Order right now. Not at all. It was close on control, but since then it has been all Order's game. It's like McDonald's versus Hungry Jack's.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Order.
Order who?
Ordinarily, you would think that Melbourne would be doing better at this point, but unfortunately that is not the case, and it's actually Order who is coming out on top, really quite excessively so. Very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. It goes to show, I guess, that you can't count the season over until you beat the greats.
Yeah.
Right now, they're not being able to do that. Melbourne Mavericks have had a great season thus far, but it is all crumbling against Order.
Ready for battle.
Look, I must admit, I did think that Order was going to win this match, but it's been far more one-sided than what I had anticipated. And now you know why Yuki was giving you a hard time. He had the faith, John. He knew that they could do it. Sure, maybe Melbourne can bring it back now, but so far we haven't had an indication that they're up to up to this.
He was talking about beating Sydney Drop Bears, man, not Melbourne Mavericks.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a big ask, to be honest, Yuki.
Yeah, let's just clarify that.
Yeah.
If they do,
you'd have to be a very special hat he's wearing that day.
The shiny one from last season didn't pay off, apparently.
No, it didn't seem to work. That was in the bin. All right. Order on defense. See what Melbourne can do on attack. In behind Mini with the shield. Going to go double main tank. Oily and Mini. But it's Winter who's found out. And that's not the start necessarily that Melbourne were looking to find here. Very quickly, Order's going to slow this down, and now they're going to build up that ultimate charge as well. Adam getting ever closer to a self-destruct. Did not take long.
Definitely not. Did not. But it's not a great start for Melbourne Mavericks at all. Is it going to be a repeat of Hollywood where they don't even get a point on the board? Order really putting some questions to bed at the moment. If there were questions to begin with, to be fair. Well, straight through the gate once again. That Winston giving them a lot of room.
Trant's going to come out here from Order, as it will from Melbourne.
Oh, the shadow blocked by Quats.
Looking to find themselves the first pick. It's Nox going down first. The Primal Rage going to come out, though, from Oily. We'll see whether that makes a difference. With Quats going down, this is Maverick's opportunity, I suppose, to make this work.
There's a grab self-destruct combo for Order if they survive.
Oh, here we go, coming through. Who's in the middle of this one?
Shield bash! Oh, that's huge from Yuki!
Oh!
Wow, that is massive!
There we go, that's the Yuki play that we were looking for.
Well, plays again and again from Order. That looked like a point on the board for Melbourne Mavericks for sure.
It did indeed. Instead, it will not even be 33%, one tick on the board for them.
Nicely done indeed. Nicely done. Merritt doing his best to charge this Transcendence up before the next fight does come out. And that would be a massive, massive boon for Order. No support ultimate for Melbourne Mavericks, but there is one for Order.
Yeah, going to pop it straight away. So Order in an advantageous position. Earthshatter comes through. Look, they found Mini and Winter, so Order going to make the most of their ultimates to end this fight very, very quickly now. 90 seconds remains on the clock here for Melbourne. And it's not even just a matter of capturing the first point. Then it's going to be on to the second, and they're going to have less time on the second point than Order has in their time bank.
Oh, so, yeah, it's already past that point, pretty much.
Yeah.
Looking at this next fight, I mean, how does Melbourne Mavericks get through here without the self-destruct combo? Like, Oily's got Primal Rage, but I can't see that being too much of an issue for Order at the moment. Jordation has the grab.
Yeah, maybe a decent Earth Shadow once this all dissipates, Jordan. That's what they're looking for. Still no one going down. Oily has used that Primal Rage. If they can find Quats, perhaps, maybe that'll be enough. Earth Shadow coming out from Mini, not doing what it needs. Adam follows through with the self-destruct. Not finding any kills there either. Both teams with shields.
Quats has Shadow.
Merritt about to have Trance, and that could be enough.
No, he doesn't actually save Quats, Ben.
Ooh.
That was the player he needed to keep alive, but Mini will be traded out. That's nicely done from Order. Yuki getting low, Merritt getting low. Lots of players getting low here for Order, but Oily also will go down. And at the moment, it's really even game, 4v4. A Graviton Surge comes out from Jordation. That'll be followed up nicely, and that might be just enough for Order to hold on. Fluoro very low here, but Jordation's already finished off 2. Baubles will drop as well. And there it is.
Yeah, they'll ring the bell.
20-player kill streak for Jordation.
Jordan.
I don't know if you saw that. Did you see?
How many?
20.
20? Wow.
Hasn't died yet this game.
That's almost as old as you.
Almost. Baubles has got a trance, but that's not going to help Oily. They don't even get the touch.
Yeah, victory indeed. Order.
That's the victory for the series as well.
Wins, secures themselves top spot here in Group B. Congratulations to Order. The 3-0, one map still remaining.
And in hugely dominant fashion as well, Ben. I think that's really the takeaway. I always expected Order to win this series.
Always had faith.
But the fashion in which this has come out, you know, I said 3-1 at worst for Order, but now I'm going to change my tune. I think this is a 4-0 for Order, no questions about it.
Incredible fashion, isn't it? It's really like wearing 80s fashion to a 90s fashion party. That's how crazy the fashion is.
Speaking from experience.
Probably, I don't remember.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, yeah,
sure.
Pretty good stuff from Order today. There's, I mean, it hasn't looked close. Like, okay, maybe on Control, sure, but these last 2 maps have just been utter domination from Order, and it's what we expected to see from Square One from this Order roster.
Yeah, that's it, right? It's, this is what we thought we were going to see at the start of the season. This is the Order that we thought was going to be here. I kind of feel like maybe it's taken them 4 or 5 weeks to find their form.
This is what Order vs Heist was supposed to be as well.
Yeah.
But not that it matters at the end of the day. If Order can take out first place in the group, it doesn't matter how they get there, and they have done that. So now they're just playing for that 4-0 to really put another stamp on that statement they have been making today.
So what's the final map, Jordan, and is it going to be Dorado?
No, it'll be Route 66.
Okay. That was a big play. That was the plays that we were talking about where we said, Yuki, come out and do something exciting, and he did.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very, very happy to be seeing these big plays coming out from Order, because I think this season you haven't had those massive individual plays. This whole season's been about how teams play together, how they coordinate, how they use their cooldowns and that kind of thing, which is great. It's good to see.
Who holds on to their support ultimates
but
for
also,
longest.
you kind of want to see big plays. That's what we're here for.
And if there have been big plays, to be fair, they have been D.Va self-destructs, the odd Earth Shatter, quite often both of those combined with the Brigitte of some sort. So, look, a lot of recurring themes in Season 3, but, you know.
There you go, Route 66, so no surprises at all. I think Yuki's actually had a very good series. If we were to go back onto Control and have a look at the big Earth Shatter that Quats got to win the map there, I think that was off the back of a shield bash from Yuki. So again, he's sort of found his way into one of those big plays again. So definitely have to take hats off to him, although maybe in his case he wants to put the hat on. Regardless though, it's Route 66 here. As has been the case throughout the entire season, really. It's only the two lowest ranked teams that have actually been playing Dorado, being Breakaway and being Kanga, at least in this group. Everyone else has been quite happy to get onto Route 66. Merit's going to use the Sonic Arrow just to check the train cart, but you'll see that there's not a whole lot going on.
All right, well, let's push on out. We'll see what Order can do. Interesting to see them choosing to attack here, Jordan, instead of defend.
Order does like to be on the front foot, and Jordation gets low, but Merit, having already found the first pick of the fight, does make it.
From Mini, not going to find what it needs to. Sound Barrier coming out just in the nick of time here for Melbourne, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Self-destruct from Adam does inevitably find the main tank there for Melbourne, and the payload should get moving as soon as this fight goes the way of Order.
Oh,
should
nice
do
from
very,
Merit.
very quickly.
This guy's a bit of an aim star.
Yeah. But he'd be good with the Bunny Blaster as well.
Definitely the most impressive in terms of aim, in terms of raw aim on Zenyatta.
Yeah.
Out of any of the players in Contenders AU. Who the best Zenyatta is, that's more of a question. He's definitely up there.
We should get them doing 1v1s.
It doesn't decide who the best is, unfortunately. Not in a team game.
Don't tell me how to fight, Jordan.
Oh,
look at this.
Great combo again.
Yeah, Mini going to go down. Great Earth Shatter coming out from Quats. Quats already up to 25%. Look at this. He's just destroying Melbourne almost single-handedly. It looks like that's the case. Obviously, not actually how it plays out. And already 50% up now. Order are on such a roll. It's actually incredible.
There was another shield bash from Yuki to enable that. Jordation and Adam have their combo built up. Both support ultimates for Order. There's really seems like it's going down the drain for Melbourne Mavericks at this point. There's the self-destruct combo.
Yeah, coming right through. This has potential to do some damage. Not this time around. Sound Barrier for Melbourne, as is the trance here for Order. Hunter pops his Sound Barrier as well.
Sound Barrier.
And Mini going to go down here now. This is prime position for Order to win this fight. They just need to clean up Melbourne a little bit quicker than they are doing.
Yeah, the focus fire not quite working out so well for Order in this fight. Fluoro is on the ground after an Earth Shatter out from Quats. Transcendence in from Forbles, but perhaps too little too late as the fight already is favoring Order. It's a big Earth Shatter there for Mini, but is it going to be enough? Quats will go down. There's another Graviton Surge for Jordation. He's charging these up so quickly. It'll result in another 2 kills. Merit dropped. I think now it's only Yuki that's left in this fight as far as the heals are concerned. Maybe Hunter's still hanging around somewhere. I can't see him though. Doesn't really matter as Order continue to push on forward. There. Hunter is still alive. The Wrecking Ball is in, Self-Destruct is out, and the cap is secured for Order. Another very fast time, Route 66. Looking good for Order, and the 4-0 looking good for them as well.
Yeah, it certainly is. What a ridiculous result we're seeing here, considering how close Ilios was, considering it was down to Quats on Lighthouse with 2 big Earth Shatters to turn it around. It's quite remarkable.
And that looks like the only map so far that has even potentially gone to a win for Melbourne Mavericks.
Yeah. Hollywood and Hanamura have both been absolute blowouts.
It's going to be quad DPS on the attack here for Melbourne Mavericks, or at least it could be. Winter and Nox are certainly keen. I'm not sure about the rest of them.
I am so ready. Let's go.
I don't think this is actually going to happen, Ben. Not with 4 balls on Zen.
Do it.
Ready for battle.
Panorama Dynahay.
Nox was very solid on the Widow last season. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of Widow action here on Route 66. I mean, when you think about it, this is not an awful composition for Melbourne Mavericks, but it's going to make life a little difficult for Mini and Oily. They won't be receiving as much heals as the Order roster will. So I think Order going to out-sustain this from Melbourne Mavericks if this is indeed what they will end up running. It's going to really come down to Nox and Winter just absolutely popping off. You need to see headshots from Nox onto the supports, and Winter with quite a few direct hits in a row. Oh, Mini has stopped over to Hanzo. Maybe we'll be in luck.
Let's go.
Triple DPS, not quad, but no.
I'll take that.
Double DPS. Okay.
Oh, I'll take that too.
Mini was just
different DPS.
Sonic Arrow. That's all he wanted. Nothing more.
I'll take anything that's not goats.
Oh, that's a nice position for Winter.
Yeah. Fortunately, Adam's going to chase him down.
Adam's got no defense matrix.
Oh, Lara.
He's really low as well. This is exactly how things should be working right now for Melbourne. It's fine. Merritt, let's see if he can connect the shot which he needs, and he does not.
Almost.
The heals come in, and Winter just pops in one.
The shot, yeah. Bit of a messy fight, but in the end, looks like it's going to go in Melbourne's favour. To be fair, they needed to make something of this, Jordan. Order had such a quick run through, so this is a great start now for Melbourne on their turn to attack. Can they follow it up with something else? Obviously, they know what the team comp is here for Melbourne.
Or Jordation on the Widow.
Yeah, he's going to try and counter this this Farah.
And Nox. He's got multiple players to deal with, Ben, so that's going to make his life a little bit difficult. Luckily, he does have a bulky front line to keep him safe, and that's a good start for Jordation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh!
Nice. He's absolutely outplayed Nox there.
Yeah, and the res unavailable as it was used on Winter. Jordation trying to chase down the rest of the team, looking for the Mercy. Not able to hit the shot this time around.
Oh.
That one, though, will count.
Very solid stuff.
Yeah.
Can't manage to connect any shots onto Fluoro, though.
That'll do.
That'll finish it off.
Yeah. That was actually
Anyone
pretty good
fancy
work.
some tea?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was going to be the change up from Winter, but he's decided to stick with it. I think that's risky.
Surely, Jordation won't be able to get me a third time.
Well, I think he's being baited by this rocket barrage, to be honest. But the way that Jordation's sniping today, it's not looking like it's going to be too easy.
He's only hit me twice. Definitely won't do it a third.
Yeah. Well, let's see if it works. Needs to get a lot of value out of this rocket barrage to make it worthwhile, I think. Really
needs to actually be able to use the rocket barrage. But the problem is, as soon as he stops Jordan...
Yeah, there's a headshot waiting for him.
An easy target. And look...
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, not worth it at all. He needed to swap. Definitely needs to swap now. Jordation is absolutely wrecking Nox as well. And 4 balls. Bring back the Widowmaker meta. Come on!
Any excuse. Jordation's like, what? Widow? You don't have to say that twice.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, now he's on a Widow and Melbourne Mavericks are on Goat. So this is where the job gets a little bit more difficult, actually, for Jordation. He's going to have a more tough time kind of trying to find angles, trying to find targets that are easy to connect shots onto. Actually, he decided to swap off on Josiah. That's really smart from Order. They're very well aware.
Yeah.
But is he going to get back in time to really contest this fight? I'm not sure.
Probably still a better choice than sitting there with the Widowmaker. For everyone watching this at home, if you're playing in my ranked games, this is how it works. Please change. Nox is going to go down to Adam. The 1-for-1 trade, exactly in the same fashion. Self-destruct for self-destruct, Zarya for Zarya. Order doing what they can here on defense, and well, with 30 seconds on the clock, what looked like a great start on attack coming out from Melbourne, unfortunately starting to fall apart for them.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Melbourne Mavericks at all. We had such high hopes for this series, but Ben, it's going to be a 4-0 for Order. in a very dominant fashion.
Feels
as
like
well.
it's season 1 all over again. We talk up the games, be like, this is the game of the week.
Yeah,
and then
4-0.
it would be an absolute whitewash. And, well, that's definitely been this one. But Orders very much firmly put themselves at the top of this group. Melbourne trying to get themselves onto the payload here to keep Route 66 going, keep them in the game. Fortunately, that is not going to be the case. There is absolutely nothing that Melbourne can do here. Order with a 4-0, and of that 4-0, the last 3 maps were score to 0.
Yep.
3-0, 2-0, 3-0. Is that right? Is that what your sheet says?
Correct.
My memory's pretty good.
Yeah, Mav is down in a very, very convincing fashion. Order are going to go through as the first seed in the group. That is definitely a statement from them.
Yeah.
And Order's looking good. Very excited to see how they are going to go in playoffs, and I'm quite assuredly very excited to see how they're going to go in finals, because you can bet your bottom dollar that they are going to be there.
Normally it's Goose who gets 4-0'd, but in this case it is going to be Mavericks. So, well, Order, congratulations. This is exactly how they wanted to finish the season. And they should be pretty proud, to be honest. We were talking up how this was potentially going to be a close game.
Yeah.
It was a close map on Ilios, and everything else was entirely different.
When you consider that the only 3 maps that Order lost this season were against Heist, it does put into perspective how dominant they actually have been throughout the season against everyone else.
Yeah.
The Mavericks are going to go through with a 13-7 record, so not quite as
It's
strong.
not a 20-0.
No. Well, Order's yeah, done pretty well for themselves regardless.
You take it. You've only got to come to the top of your group. Let's be real. And now they've locked themselves in to a playoff bracket that, as we said, cannot come in contact with the Drop Bears before the grand final. So that's precisely what you need to
And that's the
seed.
dream, right? That's
Yeah.
the dream for, I think, everyone. That's the dream final. If we do get Order up against Sydney Drop Bears in the grand final for this season, you know, it'll be finally Order getting through to the season finals, finally for Unter and Adam in particular. I mean, there's the revenge storyline for Jordation and Quats against their former teammates.
How many times can you lose in a semi-final? Jordan?
Yuki lost to Sydney Drop Bears last season in the grand final. Merritt lost to Sydney Drop Bears last season in the semi-final. So there is so much to play for Order in beating Sydney Drop Bears. Again, not the same team, but the org, that's for sure.
Yeah, so quite exciting stuff. We've now been able to lock in our bracket as well, Jordan. Well, I think we'll see that in a little bit. And for me, I actually do feel like we probably have the top 4 teams in the correct order in each group. I mean, maybe that the 4 slot's a bit of a up in the air, but the reality is the team that won across the season is the team that locked themselves into that spot, so they certainly deserve it. And yeah, there's not really too many surprises in Season 3 so far.
I mean, the biggest surprise, of course, is Mindfreak being able to get into playoffs from Group A. Definitely didn't expect them to do that. Everyone, again, I'm going to say everyone, you might have your own opinion, but
Look,
pretty
I'm
much
just going to go back and say, if you look at Week 1, I totally talked them up. I have no idea if I did, but I'm just going to say
pretty much everyone, and of course no one's going to go back and look at Week 1, so there you go. But pretty much everyone kind of counted them out. Everyone was like, look, this is their first season. They're not really going to do too much. It's going to be the same storyline as a lot of the teams that have come through from the Open Division. But they go through Open Division, they go through trials, and now they're in playoffs. And I think that's a fantastic result for Mindfreak.
And then they're going to win Season 3.
And then they're going to lose to Order, because that's who they're going to be playing against.
That's definitely going to be a tough one, but better than going up against the Drop Bears in your first game of playoffs. But for now, it's time for our Macca's Player of the Game. A McDonald's Australia Player of the Game, it was Melbourne Mavericks up against Order. This is going to be Quats on Reinhardt. And, well, he won this round. He won this map for his team.
It was Yuki with a shield bash as well.
Look at
so
this.
You have to give a little credit to Yuki. The assist coming in there. But look at that. That is just a huge Earth Shatter. Only 1 or 2 players not hit it by it, but that was really the Earth Shatter that won them the map.
Yep. Not only
in such dire circumstances
did
as well.
he win that fight, but he built up 70% of his charge, which then meant that he had another Earth Shatter for the very next fight that helped win them that fight, which won them the map, which then started this sort of, I don't know, roll-on effect, I suppose. It was quite incredible to see it go from a very... Yeah, but it's summer, so it can't be a snowball, right? We're not... Southern Hemisphere.
The sandball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well.
Yeah, don't know
Easy.
that a sandball would stick together quite as well as a snowball would, to be honest. But yeah, great stuff from Order. I think that may even have been my play of the week. I don't know. I have to go back and have a look and see if there was anything else. But
Elfish Guy's play of the week.
that one seemed pretty good. That seemed, and and I think it's not so much about just the play, but it's also the circumstances in which the play come out. There's also always that to think about. So great Shadow, great timing, everything perfect today for Order. They secured that 4-0, which again, a big statement out from Order. They're sort of saying, hey, we're here to play, we're here to beat Sydney Drop Bears, as they have said that they want to when they get through to the finals, if they get through to the finals.
Yuki's doing his big talk, but hey, they start. That's step one, Jordan. Come top of your group and do so in style.
I think RQT as well on Twitter yesterday was putting out a tweet like, whoever wins this match is going to be the team to beat Sydney Drop Bears in the final. We'll see.
How did Trash Talking go for blank, by the way?
Yeah, not too well, but who knows? Look, it's great when it pays off, and I think that's something that we can all go back and look at later on if Order do win this season, or anyone doesn't, or if, for example, Sydney Drop Bears doesn't win this season. I guess that's the real takeaway.
John, let's go.